Hi everybody, welcome back to Planet Arizona Comics, where the temperature's hot and the comics are hotter. I don't have the usual comic haul video today. I got down to the shop a little later on Wednesday, and really not a big week, so nothing that really warrants a separate video onto itself. So I'll double up next week and show you what I got then. But what I've got for you today is the spoils of a garage sale I went to, not this past weekend, but 2 weekends ago. We're really winding down our garage sale season here. Unlike most of the country that's digging out of winter and going through garages and spring cleaning, getting ready for garage sales in May, June, July, August, stuff like that. In May, June, July, it is literally 105 degrees at 9 a.m. here, so our garage sale season runs basically the opposite of most of the country from like October through middle of May, because by then it's just too hot. So in these final weeks, I've been really hunkering down and trying to get to as many garage sales as I can, and this kind of paid off. This was a good haul, all X-Men related, because when I got, I looked through the Craigslist listings, and I looked through what has comic books, and I map out where they are. And I went to this sale that started at 8 o'clock. When I get there, there are 2 cars parked there before me. I get there 20 to 8. I'm not one of those people that, shows up 45 minutes early. Hey, you ready yet? Can I look through what you have? No, I think that I'm not one of those people. So again, there are 2 people waiting. Just a few minutes after I show up, first guy gets out of his car, followed quickly by the second guy. And you know how garage sales work. You got both sides of the garage both sides of the driveway have stuff piled up on them, and then there's inside the garage. So second guy out of his car makes a beeline for like DVDs and movies and CDs and stuff like that over on the side here. First guy walks casually right up to 4 long boxes in the garage. So I jump out of the car. I get up to the guy's on the right side, starting on that side. So I start on the box on the left side, and I start digging through. And the first book I come across is X-Men 152. Like, oh, that's nice. And then the second book is X-Men 153. Like, oh. And then third book is X-Men 154. I'm like, oh, this could be really good. So I dig through, I pull out what I have here, and by the time I'm done with going through that box, the first guy has moved himself directly in front of boxes 2 and 3, so I cannot get in there. Like, okay, be that way, I'll get whatever you don't get. So by the time the guy is done, not even halfway through the second box, he gets the attention of the homeowner and asks if he would take $350 for all 4 long boxes. After a minute of debating and bartering, they settle on $450 for all 4 boxes, and I don't even get a chance to see what's inside boxes 2, 3, and 4. Oh well, that's what it is. Sometimes it works that way. You can be just 30 seconds late and miss out on a bunch of stuff, because that's how it is. Kudos to that guy for being early and being the first one up there. But anyway, let's get into what I have from that haul. X-Men #1, the Magneto cover. Another copy of X-Men #1, the Magneto cover. X-Men #1, the Storm and Beast cover. X-Men #1, the Colossus cover. X-Men #1, the Cyclops and Wolverine cover, which is it's starting to get some interest because this is the first cameo appearance. Inside all of these, there are posters of what's upcoming by Jim Lee. He had a poster of what's to come, and in this issue here is the first Omega Red appears on a poster that's inside here before his appearance in X-Men 4. So that's why that's starting to gain some interest in the collecting community. I got a copy of X-Men 25 where Magneto rips the adamantium out of Wolverine's body, probably 29 and a half years later than it should have happened. you know, you're a master of magnetism. You got a guy whose body is full of metal. Don't you just, I don't know, don't you just flip him up to the moon or something? Just get this little run out of your face? Got a second copy of X-Men 25 where Magneto rips the adamantium out of Wolverine's body. I got not one, but two pristine, almost fresh off the rack copies of X-Factor #1. Now this is a 40, not quite 40. This is a 35-year-old book, and it is marvelous. I'm loving that. I got 1, 2, 3, and finally 4 copies of X-Force #1. You would think with those odds I might be able to find a Deadpool card in them. Nah, except for this one that's labeled Cable card. And the other 3, Sunspot and Gideon cards. No luck. And the last one from this pile I'm going to show you is New Mutants 25, a nicer copy of the first cameo of Legion, and finally a very sun-faded copy of X-Men Annual #6, which is a good read. Goes with a book I'm going to show you in a second here. As I started to show you at the beginning of the video, these are the first few books I pulled out of there. Now, these aren't quite as nice as the other ones, but these are really upper mid-grade. These are like 7.0s. Some of them are 8.0s, so. And given every single book I'm showing you is $1, yes, please. X-Men 152, X-Men 153, X-Men 154, skips a bit to X-Men 157, X-Men 159, which is a nice companion to each of these issues. Has a Dracula appearance where Storm is turned into a vampire by the Prince of Darkness. So really good reads. If you don't have these, I definitely advise or recommend picking them up. They read like novels. They're like the old-fashioned comic books where it really takes you a good 40 minutes to read all this dialogue. Anyway, back into it. X-Men 161, X-Men 162, X-Men 163, 165, really cool Paul Michael Smith cover. Storm turning into the Brood. 167, 170, no 171, so 172, 173, 174. Nice minor key. This is the first Punk Storm. So every time I see these, as long as they're in decent shape, I'll try to pick them up. 175, and finally 179. This was, backstory, this was the first comic book I ever bought off the rack in 1983. I was 12 years old. Or this is, you know, the issue, not the actual issue I picked up. That's upstairs. But it's in much nicer shape than my 12-year-old collector kept in the condition. It looks like a 12-year-old kept it, is what I'm trying to say. So pick up another one of these is kind of nice and sentimental to me. All right, that's what I got for you this week. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're picking up. Let me know what you think I should be picking up. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.